Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button. You're welcome to the Dark Gang. So yes, I have just finished watching the first episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is going to be non-spoiler, so don't worry about it. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it, and then you can go watch it right after this. So here's what you really need to know going into Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's clearly covering the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but it follows the story of Bucky and Sam 6 months after the events of Endgame with the blip, and it also covers how much they are trying to adjust to life in that period of time. So now we are starting to connect some dots as to what's happening with the Marvel timeline and the Marvel universe right now. We know that 3 weeks after the blip, we have the events of WandaVision. 8 months after the blip, we have the events of Spider-Man Far From Home. And we are in a 6-month timeline with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So this actually happens before the events of Spider-Man Far From Home. Now this series is going to be 6 episodes long, so it's not going to stretch as much as WandaVision did, but the episodes are longer, and I think it starts off way better than WandaVision did, and it's not as confusing as WandaVision was. When you start watching it, you are going to compare it very quickly to Captain America the Winter Soldier. It starts off in a very similar manner. The music even is very similar. There are certain characters from that movie that show up at the beginning, and you see those similarities quite instantly. We have some questions answered, one of which is actually one I've been thinking about silently, which is how do the Avengers get their funding? And of course, this has had to pop up a lot more, especially after the death of Tony Stark, who was clearly using some of his funds, or maybe a very small fraction of his funds, to fund the Avengers and all that. But now, how do you get paid? How do you get your money and all that stuff? And this is answered in this first episode, and I think it's an answer that people would want to listen to. We have new characters introduced, so that is pretty good. In terms of storylines, now I find Bucky's storyline to be the most intriguing out of this first episode. He's going on a sort of redemption arc of sorts, because there's still a lot he needs to deal with. Obviously, the Wakandan tech cleansed him in a certain sense, but there's aftershocks, there's things he's going through, and I like what they are doing with him so far. I like where it might go, but it's yet to be seen how they really put everything together by the end of the series. Now, episode 1 left us with a cliffhanger. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but I want to see how Sam really reacts to that, because mind you, this is something he should have been at this time. If you watched Endgame and you know what happened at the very end, you kind of have a sense of what I'm talking about. But basically something happens that is like, okay, what do you do? How do you go from here? It's 48 minutes long. Do make the time to watch it tonight if you can. It's really good. You will enjoy it. It's surprisingly very immersive as well, so you won't be bored. But anyway, that's going to be it for this rather short review I have done on episode 1. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below if you're planning to watch it. I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care. I am the Dark Man, and I'm out.